Ladies and gentlemen, Geri Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Love's the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do.
Just what to do, just what to do.
If what you're feeling is really true.
Is it really true? Is it really true?
Just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Love's the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geri Petito Show on Hamilton Radio. Guys, everyone and anyone out there who knows me knows I am the author of I'm Not an Addict, I'm Just an Ass. I'd rather be a smartass than a dumbass, guys, because 31 years ago, I was a dumbass. But today, through the grace of God, I can honestly say now I'm a smartass. And yes, the word ass is in the Bible at least 40 times, if not more. It means donkey, and that's what I was, guys. You know, we have to start looking at addiction differently. We need to start saving lives. No one is powerless. You are being lied to, okay? You are not powerless over anything, especially with the help of God. So, I'm a nutritional health coach. I'm a recovery coach. If anyone out there needs help, my services to you are free. Please reach out because everyone needs to know somebody's listening. If anyone needs this book for a family member or a friend, you can go through Simon & Schuster, Archway Publishing's bookstore. And guys, if you can't afford the book, please reach out to me. We've got to start being there for each other. We've had a rough 2 years. A lot of people haven't made it. Everyone has the right to know somebody's listening. Okay, guys? So having said that, please go to my YouTube channel, the Geri Petito Show YouTube channel, and subscribe. A lot of really cool, great things are happening. Speaking of really cool, great things that are happening, today, right here in Hamilton Radio, we've got something really cool. Okay, I'm going to introduce one of the owners of Hamilton Radio, Doc G, who begged to be part of this. I said yes. I said yes. Doc G, say hello to everyone.
Hello, everybody, and hello to your guest. Oh my God, this is such an honor. Thank you so much, Geri, for asking me to come on.
No, this is so crazy. All right, so Terry, my love, how are you?
I'm doing well, Geri. Thank you.
So introduce yourself properly.
Okay. I am Terry King of Terry King's Drifters and the Driftettes. And
kiss the mic, baby. Kiss the mic.
I don't know if I want to kiss the mic.
Get a little closer.
They just might not want me to kiss them right now.
There you go, that's
but
better.
we're I guess we're doing fine now. So thank you, Geri, for having us here.
Oh, are you kidding? So Joe, my love, introduce yourself first properly.
Okay, thank you so much, Geri. So glad to be at your show. I am Joe Mack McClam. I had a great opportunity to sing with the Drifters and Terry King, was part of my show before, and it's just an honor to be here. I was, maybe I can say this, so in 2019, I was Lyft Driver of the Year in New York City. Oh, right. So I know you guys didn't know that. I said
No.
So, you know, we put a song together, Terry and I, and the fellows called I'm Your Driver. So that was the last song I sent you. But we're so glad to see that it's doing well, and the Drifters are ready to take off.
That is so cool. Lyft Driver of the Year?
Yes.
All right. I didn't even know they had such an honor.
And to add to that, besides doing the new song with my driver, we also are dropping a new song that we are doing, and it's called I Want You Back. So Terry King, formerly of Charlie Thomas's Drifters.
That's right.
Now I have Terry King's Drifters.
Here we go. The man,
Thank
the
you.
myth,
Thank
the
you.
legend.
Thank you.
Sitting next to me. That's right. Listen, and I got this guy next to me too, honey. This is pretty good. Okay? I had to put Dr. E over there.
Okay,
over
I'm
there.
good. It's all right.
She
I'm
put
in
it
the same room.
Okay?
I'm happy.
Always happy to be in the same room, right?
So,
Yeah.
all right, so guys, we're going to give you some really good treats today because we're going to have them do a little a cappella too, just some fun, few lines, whatever they can do for us. We're going to play a few tracks, original music, right?
Yes,
Correct?
yes,
So we own the rights to this music, guys, okay?
Yes.
Original music. And then we might have a couple Driftettes calling in, right, as a treat.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I love that, Driftettes. That's so cool.
Yes.
I mean, and they're beautiful. Forget it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
So let's start with Terry. Tell us, like, originally, like, how it was to be one of the Drifters. Why don't we start there?
Okay, so back in, well, I mean, as a young man, you know,
Yes.
I always admired all the vocal groups, the Drifters, the Temptations, the Coasters, the Platters. As you know, we lost a couple of Platters, and
Yes.
and I've always admired, vocal groups as a youngster. The Teenagers, Jimmy Merchant, Herman Santiago, Little Anthony Imperials, Ernest Wright Imperial. I mean, so many. Vito Pacone.
Vito Pacone.
The Elegance.
Yes.
I mean, so many. You know, with Eddie Kendricks, Dennis Edwards, Temptations, Damon Harris, Glenn Leonard. So, but this was later with these guys, and so in actuality, around 1970, I was honored to be able to be a part of a group that Eddie developed, Eddie Kendricks, called Posse. Prior to that, I was a little boy when, and it's funny today, I was that little boy that we used to run and sneak at the old school that I went to in the Bronx, PS 99. And I used to listen to Jimmy Merchant, the Teenagers. I used to listen to them. I also used to be on the Lower East Side with Jay Carter.
Oh, go ahead. I'm so jealous. Keep talking.
The Crest. And I used to hear them. So again, as through the years, I just wanted to sing, you know. And all of a sudden, I mean, next thing I knew is like, here it is. I'm on the road. Yvonne Fair used to open up
Okay.
for us, and then we'd open up for the Temps. And then later on in years, as time went on, I ended up being with Charlie Thomas.
Charlie Thomas, baby.
Yes. And Charlie saw me, knew the relationship that I had between a lot of people and my dad, who sang gospel. And next thing I knew, 1977, I was a Drifter. Officially, 1978, I was a Drifter.
I was 15 when you became a Drifter. That's so cool.
And by the way, Rick Shepard
I love Rick.
came before me, and we're still friends to this day.
I interviewed Rick, yes.
Yes, and we're friends, and nicest guy in the world. Nicest guy. I mean, we used to back, and I'm talking about. I've known Rick from, I think I was probably around 15, 16 years old. And whether you know it or not, Rick was in martial arts. So we had that in common, and because my sensei was Van Cleef, Ron Van Cleef, and Moses Powell. These are all old guys from way back in the day. And so coming up through the years, again, there was so much that was happening in my life. As a little boy, going to Arthur Godfrey and being around the cameras with Walter Cronkite,
Oh,
Douglas
forget it.
Edwards.
That's it.
I grew up
Walter
in the
Cronkite.
entertainment world.
Walter Cronkite. Oh man,
Crazy, right?
This is crazy. I know you know everybody, but Terry, but man,
Yeah, well,
what an
as
experience.
a little boy, and I used to live where there are projects to this day. I used to live 421 West 19th Street.
That's so cool.
The Waynans lived across the street. The Waynan brothers?
Yes, I know.
Yes, yeah. So I knew them. Well, I'm older than they are.
No way, you don't even look it.
So, well, my next birthday, I will be 74 years
God
old.
So,
bless you.
amen,
Spill
baby.
it. Oh,
Heck
man.
yeah.
In September.
man.
Yeah. And
you can't lie on air now.
no, I'm not. Check the records, y'all. I listen, yeah. But then again, like I said, growing up, I've been around the entertainment world. Harry Belafonte.
Oh,
used to-
stop.
man.
uh,
Man.
Nat King Cole.
Yeah, forget it.
Man.
He would come to the Arthur Godfrey show and he would play. And I think I was around 10 or 11 years old. And a funny story, true story, Arthur Godfrey, and I was the only kid around, they would have these, I was just telling Ernest Wright about this yesterday.
Ernest Wright, yes.
Yes. We had it was called Charlotte Russe. It was a sponge cake with a whipped cream and a cherry on top with ice cream. So they used to keep them in the freezer, and all things were done live.
Okay.
So at the end of each show, he would advertise it, and I was the only kid with 2 shopping bags walking out the studios with bags of Charlotte Russe, and I was the prince of West 19th Street. I used to give away all of this stuff.
So wait, I have to comment on that real quick because I always say I was born too late because I love all the old stuff. I remember everything.
Yeah.
Someone recently posted a photo of that cake and said, "Does anyone remember?" I didn't remember that.
Right, well-
And now you're talking about it.
Yeah, well,
There's a reason why. Somebody's going to bring me one. Watch.
Right. Well, see, and this is during the time when, we used to come into that's where they used to broadcast from Grand Central.
Okay.
And we'd pull in at Vanderbilt Avenue. And at that time, that's where the cabs used to pull in. There was this little driveway, and they would have like the porters and stuff picking up the luggage and stuff like that. But that's where my stepdad would stop and park there, and we'd get out. And he was one of the camera people. And back in that time, you wouldn't know it, but Nat King Cole would come, and then the guy would do. This little guy would come out, and I was about as tall as he was, but I was 10. And he would go, "Call for Philip Morris." And I was dumbfounded back then. But just to hear Nat King Cole and hear Harry Belafonte as a little boy, and then just growing up around the entertainment field. And then I had an aunt who was an opera singer. Her name was Adele Roach. And my Uncle Mike,
Get a little closer, babe.
my Uncle Mike, he was, he did all the demos, and for RCA at the time. And so, again, I was around it. And my Aunt Adele, she was an opera singer. She sang with Paul Robeson. She did off-Broadway many moons ago. She did Porgy and Bess.
That's too cool, okay?
Yeah. So,
I'll tell you a little opera story, too.
Okay.
Don't get mad at me, people. I was in my 20s. What can I tell you? So I didn't love opera. I'm starting to love it now, of course, but I didn't love opera. I was young. I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
And my dad took me and my daughter, she was younger, to Italy. He wanted us to see his country. And, of course, we went to the opera house. Oh, no, actually, this was in Australia. I apologize. It was at the Sydney Opera House this happened.
Wow.
Okay, so we're at the Sydney Opera House. Imagine this. They had an Italian opera.
Okay.
My daughter, she was young. She's sitting there with her hands folded, smiling. I'm the adult, right? I'm in the chair going, get me out of here. My dad is whacking me. Sit up, sit up. So when it went on break, he's like, let's go. So my poor father, to this day, I feel bad about that. We left halfway through.
Right. So what I want to say was that through the years with Charlie, and after I'll never forget when the first time we went out, they hired me we went to South Carolina, and no rehearsal, nothing. Next day I was on tour. I was on the road. We rehearsed on the road.
Okay.
That sounds like me when I got the Drifters.
So we rehearsed on the road, and so next thing I knew, so to my credit, and I was happy to be able to do 4 albums, 1 live.
Okay.
And the live album we did at the Bottom Line. This was early 80s. I mean, everything was recorded live. And so, again, I got 4 albums with Charlie. We have an album, Too Hot. We did Kool and the Gang. We did a lot of cover stuff. And and then again with the live stuff, so we did all the old stuff, Under the Boardwalk, There Goes My Baby, On Broadway, This Magic Moment, Save the Last Dance for Me.
Stop it.
So I have recorded with Charlie.
I know. I love Charlie.
Yeah, I love him too, and I'm praying for him every day.
Yes, I will too as well.
And he's with us.
Yes.
Last time when I spoke with him, he says, "No, I'm not done yet." Right. So
I was hoping he could have called him, but I understand.
Yeah, I was hoping he would too. But again, I'm hoping that soon, because he's got a birthday coming up in April. And he's getting to be a young man.
That's right, baby.
So I'm just praying that he gets back on the road and starts singing again. And in fact, one of the guys that sings with him, Lewis Bailey, I've known him since he was a little boy. I almost married his sister.
Oh,
that's funny.
Lou Bailey's dad was Bill Bailey. His aunt was Pearl Bailey.
Get out!
Right.
Connection.
I'm sitting here with these guys.
Right. And his yes. Barbara Bailey, his sister, we left New York. They were trying to get us married, so we had to go to Philly.
Not to get married.
Well, yeah. Her mother said, "No, you're going to go to her dad, and that's who's going to get you married." Oh. And we never got married. That Barbara was a great lady. She followed me around when I was back then. I was happened to be working at the Apollo Theater at the time. So, Bobby Schiffman and the Schiffman family, they are part of the responsibility of me getting into, working and getting on stage, and James Brown had a lot to do with it too.
So you knew James?
Yes.
Excuse me.
In fact, one of my
aunts,
I know.
way back. Now, the first Madison Square Garden, everybody doesn't know this, but the first Madison Square Garden was between 49th and 49th and 50th Street and 8th Avenue, between 8th and 9th Avenue. The Greyhound bus station where the buses used to pull in was at the corner of 50th Street and 8th Avenue. The buses used to pull in behind the White Tower.
And you remember all this.
I remember all of it like it was yesterday.
That's cool.
And so Madison Square Garden had right in the center of it, had like an arcade. and you would go through there, and you would play all the pinball machines and the ball that you used to roll up, and it would go in, and you get all the tickets and go get your little toy or whatever it was. Yeah. And so when it came time for the Barnum and Bailey, they would march from the trains would pull in at 34th Street, and they would march up, I think it was up 10th Avenue or up 9th Avenue from, I think it was 30, I want to say 38, 39, they would come in from the Jersey side.
Okay.
And they would pull in the barges with the trains on them. And they would get off, and you would smell the elephants going all the way up.
So
and the giraffes, and, you know, but this...
I remember the circuses when I was
right, well, this, I'm talking about...
Yeah, it was amazing.
I'm talking about the early 50s.
I know, but we had them too when I was young in the 60s.
Right, so...
Great.
Then... And you're talking about, and then you think about it, here it is years later, and on that same street, on 50th Street, if you walked east and you go from there to Broadway, they had this place called Charlie's Bar. And then on the corner you had the Chuck Full of Nuts. Across the street was Hawaii Kai.
How do you remember that?
You're like a historian on top of everything else. Oh, my God.
And we used to cash our checks at the Rexall that was next to that. And 1650.
1650, I was going to say that. 1650 Broadway.
Went to Garden Theater, 1650.
Yeah.
And that's where Vito Picone, they had Banner Talent.
Wow, he's amazing. I got to say,
I am amazed. I mean, continue.
Yeah, and I used to have to go there to see Dave Zahn, Vito Picone, and that's where I used to go get my checks from.
Well, I interviewed Vito recently and got to hug him.
Yeah, I love Vito. I just saw Vito not too long ago. He was doing a show up in Yonkers.
Yeah.
And I was there.
Okay, cool.
I went there, and he was saying, man, whatever you're doing, man, keep doing it. And I love Vito. Because Vito, I got to say this. Vito, anytime I had any financial problems, I can go to Vito, and he was there.
Vito Picone, we love you more. Okay, we love you more. Yes, you know what? Let's give him a...
Sure.
Yeah, Vito Picone, you're the man.
Yes.
Okay, love you.
Yes, he is.
Amen.
Yes, he is. Yes,
Okay,
he
cool.
is. I love Vito.
So how about this? You take a breather.
Okay.
We're going to play one of the songs. We'll talk about it, and then we'll give you the mic.
Okay.
All right? We're going to have some fun here today.
Okay.
Yes, fun. That's what it's about.
Ruben, give us a track, baby.
Which one? I Want You Back?
Well, I don't know. He's ready. Ruben, can we tell you which one or no?
You can't hear him.
Can't hear him?
Go ahead, Ruben, what? Yes.
Which one would you like him to play?
Let's go with our new release that's coming out. I Want You Back.
I Want You Back, baby.
Yep.
I want you back. I want you back.
Terry King's Drifters and Driftettes.
I love the
Yeah. That wasn't there, but yeah.
No, that wasn't in the track. He forgot to put that in there.
When you said our love was through, but we gave ourselves another chance. We had to find ourselves again. We had to find ourselves. What we find at the other end. fun and joy we shared before. I could never leave, but I've never wanted another love. Girl, we had to free ourselves again. We had to share the dream. You can believe in what you find at the other end, and take a chance to share the joy once again. But I want you back. I need your love again. But I want you back. Don't go away. But I want you back. Oh love, oh love. Oh yes, I want you back. Oh girl, I want you back. I want you. I can remember the time we spent together. I remember the love we once shared. Won't you bring your love home again? Oh, won't you please come back again? Won't you please? Come home again. Won't you come on back? Won't you come on back? Won't you come on back, girl? Won't you please come back? Right here by my side. You know I need your love once again. Won't you stay by my side? I want you back. 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 I want you. I want you back. 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 I want you back.
absolutely amazing,
All right.
amazing.
I like. Yeah.
Thank you.
Really
Thank you.
good.
We have
Thank
a
you.
caller. Let's take Joanne, and then we'll talk about this song.
Okay, no problem.
Hello, Joanne.
Joanne?
Jocelyn?
Hi, Joanne. Talk a little louder, sweetie.
Can you guys hear me?
A little louder.
Ruben, put her up a little higher.
Like one of those Jackie Wilson songs.
Hello?
Hi. Talk a little bit, sweetie.
Hi, it's Joy Alina.
Okay, we can hear you, but you
Joylina,
can talk
my
even a
granddaughter.
little bit louder. Go ahead. Talk to your granddaughter.
Oh, that's one of our Driftettes.
There you go.
That's-
That's a
that's-
Driftette.
That's
I
Joylina,
thought
my
we'd surprise
granddaughter.
you.
That's-
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of my granddaughters. Yes. Hey, baby.
How are you?
Love you. What you doing, baby?
I wish I could be there. You're looking kind of fresh right there.
I'm looking what?
So you got the nice little suit on, gold chain.
Oh, well, you know, Grandpa's trying to do, you kids show me the way, you know what I mean? I take after you kids.
Oh my
Oh, wow.
You're always looking fly.
Well, thank you, baby. You always do
I see
too.
Joe over there.
Hey,
Hi, Joe.
Hey, how you doing, Joy? Thank you so much for calling in. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here, guys. Thank you.
And they can't wait to hear her voice.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, well,
she's-
she's part of the background on I Want You Back.
Yeah.
She is,
so, but she's
awesome.
also, Joylina, she has some stuff that she's doing now and her solo career. Aside being from one of the Driftettes,
Okay.
she has her own solo career.
So, sweetheart, tell everybody about your solo career.
So, I'm just singing professionally. You know, I've done wedding bands, have worked in gigs at restaurants, and I also am a recording artist. So, my professional name is Joy Alina, but everyone that knows me as Jocelyn Alina. My name means brings joy, and I've been singing professionally for about 10 years now, and I dropped a demo back in January, and I've had 2 releases in the past year that have been doing really, really well. I'm hoping that I can sing a little snippet for you guys of one of my favorite girl groups from back in the days.
Let's go.
Oh, wow.
Which one, Joylina?
Well, you know, just in tribute to your friend and the bad girl of the rock and roll.
Oh, you know, the Ronnie Spector.
Oh, Ronnie.
Yes,
Oh,
yes. Go ahead, sweetie.
Yes.
Okay, so tonight we met, I knew I needed you so. And if I had the chance, I'd never let you go. So won't you say you love me? I'll make you so proud of me. We'll make 'em turn their heads every place we go. So won't you please be my little baby? Say you'll be my darling. Be my baby now. Whoa.
Are you kidding
baby.
me?
Yes.
Are you kidding
Joy,
me?
that was
That's my baby.
excellent.
Just a little taste of the Driftettes, you know.
Wow.
We're missing
If-
and
If it
everyone
sounded
else,
that
but,
good
you know.
as a little piece, what you just did,
yeah.
forget it. Forget
Yeah,
it, girlfriend.
I'm telling you.
You rock. You rock. On a 1 to 10 scale, that's a 10, Joy.
10 plus, baby.
10 plus.
10 plus,
Yes,
10
baby.
plus.
Yes. And you know what?
Thank you guys.
I'm so glad that you did that because, you know, when I heard that she had passed on,
Yeah.
the last show that we did together was in Florida, and I was one of the teenagers.
That's cool, man.
I was
You're
with-
still a teenager.
Yes,
Come on.
I was with Herman Santiago, and we talked, and she said we're going to do a show again soon. But now that she passed, and for my baby here, Joanina, to
that's right.
Give her tribute.
That's right.
And Ronnie Spector, we traveled together. We did the Dirty Dancing tour together in 1988.
Yep.
You know, so and then here a few years later, but. Thank you, baby girl. Thank you so much.
Girlfriend, don't go anywhere yet.
Don't go nowhere yet.
Don't go nowhere yet, okay? I have a couple questions for you, okay? So, first of all, you are incredible. So, I'm going to be interviewing you and the girls. So, we already talked about that.
Yes, we did.
So, we're going to do that. I have a question for you, though. Aside from what you're doing independently, which is amazing, how does it feel being a Driftette? Come on, girlfriend.
I'm not gonna lie, it's amazing. You know, I've looked up to a lot of the girl groups, you know, from that time, like the Ronettes and the Supremes, you know, and of course, my grandpa.
Yep.
Just, you know, being able to work alongside him. I mean, it's amazing because him and my mom and my dad, of course, are a huge source of my inspiration and my motivation. And it's just really an honor to just kind of do something like this with someone who means so much to me. So I don't think a lot of granddaughters get to say that they're doing something like this. So it's great.
That's true.
Amazing. So,
and what's funny is she's not the only one. See, I have another granddaughter that sing with her. So. Part of the Driftettes.
Yeah.
So.
you know, well, I want to say thank you to you for calling in and making my day. And your photos, because I did that little page of the Driftettes, you guys are magnificent looking.
She picked out that picture.
Okay? You guys are magnificent looking. Forget it. Beautiful inside and out, and your voice, and I could tell you have a beautiful heart just by listening to you. So.
Oh, you're sweet.
You are one
so
lucky
much.
grandpa.
I'm glad to bring a little joy to your guys' life. So, you know.
What would you like to say to your grandbaby?
All I want to say is, baby, thank you. I love you. And make sure you get ready for this tour that we got coming up. We got a lot of rehearsing to do, little girl.
Amazing.
I'm so ready.
Yes,
well, thank you guys
baby.
for having me.
Thank you, sweetheart. Wow.
Thank you, baby.
I can't wait for our next interview. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's right. Because you guys, they're going to set up an interview with just the Driftettes.
Okay.
So you guys got to come in.
Do it.
Alrighty.
Beautiful.
Te quiero. Bye, guys.
Bye, baby. Love you.
So.
Love you.
Love you. So, before we give you the mic, tell us about this song, and then we're going to give you the mic. So tell us about the song we just played.
So anyway, I wrote this song a long time ago, and it dawned on me. I said, the Drifters never had another record come out in years.
It dawned on him.
You know, and it's like, you know, yeah, you're right. It did dawn on me. Yeah. And I was like, you know, well, wait a minute. I was with the Drifters, so let me pay tribute to what I'm doing. My legacy, and I want to put something out there. So I talked with the guys and my Driftettes, and we said, okay, let's do this song. And so went in the studio. I had a gentleman by the name of Herb Lane from GQ. You heard of GQ, right?
Honey, come on.
Raheem, Herb Lane, Herb, yeah.
GQ, baby, go ahead.
Yes, and Herb, he did a lot of the keyboard stuff that you hear in there. And I did the arrangements along with Joe doing some of the vocal arrangements. And so I put it together, and we went in, did it, and said, you know what? Let's do this on the Geri Show and drop this song.
So wait, let me get this straight. This is the first time we're dropping this song?
First time anybody's hearing it.
You heard it first, right?
Wow.
Right here, you heard it.
Doc G, the original owner of Hamilton Radio, did you hear that?
Yeah, that's just amazing.
Are hearing it first right here in Hamilton Radio on the Geri Petito Show. What do you got to say, Doc G?
I can't wait to play it. I mean, if you give me permission, I'll play her and you together and all the old Drifter songs together and make a little block. That's what I do. I like that.
Well, not only are we getting ready to do that, okay, so we have with Joe this thing that he just wrote. We're kind of like, this is going to trail what we just did, which is going to be a part of our travel music, what we call, so to speak.
Right.
So we got together and we decided on My Driver. Same thing as you heard him say about him being Lyft Driver of the Year and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So, but again, and I'm going to let him explain to a lot of things about what he has done through the years of he and I coming in and out together, as him being with me as a drifter, being with Rick Shepard as a drifter, and us coming back together. I called him, and I was so grateful that he responded to what I wanted to do, and he said, "Hey, man, I'm with you." So we're also business partners.
Awesome. That's awesome.
So, Joe, baby.
Woo, I don't know what to say now.
Listen, the mic is yours, man.
All right, let me check this mic. Is this mic mine? Okay.
Check
All right.
mic, check mic,
And listen,
check mic.
you can look into the little camera.
I do love that little camera.
So that they can see your beautiful face.
Yeah.
And
Hello.
look, he's in green, guys.
Hello, everybody. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
St. Patrick's Day, yeah.
St. Patty's Day, baby.
Good luck to all of you out there, but I'm honored to be here with Geri, Terry, and the owner,
Doc G.
Thank you.
Doc G.
Thank you so much.
And the fabulous people behind the scenes that are making everything happen.
The other two
Yes,
owners,
yes.
Monk and Ruben. Yes.
Monk and Ruben.
Monk
yes,
and
thanks.
Ruben, yeah, they're great guys.
And so I know you had asked Terry the question about how you felt being a drifter. So, I mean, wow. I've got to go back a little bit.
Go back a
how
little
I,
bit.
how you know,
Yes.
how I was told the same thing as Terry. They gave me a tape. I was actually I don't know if it was a 45, but they gave me something to learn the songs, and I was very young then. I think I was like 20, maybe 18.
real? For real?
Something like that.
Okay.
And they was like, oh man, well, Saturday night at 12 o'clock, I know where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take my baby there, take it to the picture show. And I'm gonna stop right there.
Oh my gosh.
But anyhow,
We're gonna
they gave
do
me all
this
these
in a
songs. There was
little
a
while.
dance with me. Why don't you dance with
my
me?
God.
Then
Yeah.
they went to
Yeah.
Amazing
and this
song,
is
yeah.
one song they wanted.
There Goes
They
My
loved me to
Baby.
do. There goes my baby,
yeah.
moving on down the line.
Well.
Wonder where she is bound. So all these songs,
Yes.
and then I was like, they're the ones that do the "Say the neon lights so bright on Broadway." I was like, I gotta sing with this group. I was so honored, and Rick, Terry, all the guys are just so wonderful, to me, and I just felt like a star. And then after the show was the biggest part of it, because we were exiting the dressing room, and here comes all these people, mostly ladies. Hi, can I get your autograph? And I was like, oh yeah. And the older guys looked at me and said, yeah, you're supposed to do the autograph. You do that. Because I didn't know what to do, because they were just running and saying, can I get your autograph? And what an experience. So that was some experience. And then later on in years, Terry and I sang together in one of
Yes.
the groups that I had, and it was just magical. And so when Terry called me up, oh boy,
It was a trying time that time.
yeah. It was, so because of the pandemic and everything, it sort of gave us everybody time to sort of regroup and see what's more important and that kind of thing. And Terry called me up and said, hey man, would you be interested in singing with my group? And I said, man, you read my mind. My wife was on me about, you got to go back to singing. You got to get out there. You got to get out there. So that was very special. And then we just think alike. I mean,
Yeah,
so much. I had the vision of, because you never see it where you have people, singers from the 50s and 60s, and people from the 2020s. You never see that combination. So he had that idea already in mind, where he would bring in his granddaughters, and I always and his niece, and I was like, man, if they hear a mixture of both of that, because I know from driving for so many people through Lyft and all the companies I've driven for, I got a chance to drive for Joan Rivers twice and Larry King.
Get out, okay.
So I don't even want to go into my whole story because there's so many. Vanessa Williams, so many, Paris Hilton, the other sister, and it's so wonderful because they all would tell me, you got to get back out there and sing. Yeah. You got to sing, and it was just so inspiring, to hear, because this was actually last year. Some of the folks I drove for, and I don't want to mention everybody's name, but they all were so interested. And so what's really interesting to me is that a few of them follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And so it created, I had a good following before, but it just created a lot more. And I said, wow, if I put some of the marketing things together with what Terry's doing, a little bit I know, and I share with him, and he shares with me how to sing, this thing can be great. So, so it's like
the show we did out on the Hamptons that time.
Yes, that's right. Wow, we got a chance to sing for Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman, and I'll never forget that show.
I won't forget it either.
Out, okay.
Aretha Franklin. We were.
So the funniest thing happened at the beginning because the guys were standing around, and Ron Perlman happens to be a drummer, so he came up and he was doing this little drum roll. So at the time, Rudy Giuliani walked up, and he was talking to the guys, and so they all were looking at me because at the time I was the leader of the group. Because one of the guys said, "Man, he just said you just got no respect." So I was trying to figure out what is he saying. And then I came up and I said, oh, no, he's saying, do you guys know respect?
Right.
Because Aretha Franklin was there that night. Aretha Franklin was there that night, and she performed, she was going to perform, but she didn't perform. Howard Stern, Penny Marshall.
Yes.
Just so many.
Yes.
I mean, I don't
So do you know respect?
I know respect.
Come on.
We just, down. I just know the battle. Whoop. What you want, whoop, baby, I got it, whoop. What you need, you know I got it. All right, now that's just a little respect for that.
I was trying to remember because I saw him. We were up on stage. I was up on stage.
Russell Simmons gave us a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Well, these are things we'll never forget.
Well, I'll never forget this.
Yeah, I'll never forget this.
I'll never forget
No,
and
this is great.
Joan Rivers, I'll never forget. Love her.
Yes,
Love her.
yes.
Such a sweetheart. I drove for her twice because she recommended. So.
How was she? Okay, tell us.
So. Oh man.
Oh, she's
so funny that she had to keep I was driving for her, and she had to keep asking me, was I okay? Because the first thing she asked me, she said, let me ask you something. So you're Joseph, right? I said, yeah, I'm Joseph. She said, let me ask you something, Joseph. Are you prejudiced?
That is great.
She said, are you prejudiced? I said, no. She said, good, because I got a joke for you. And she went into this joke, and I'm telling you, she had me crying. Crying, laughing. So she kept asking me, are you okay? Are you okay? But what a wonderful person. And also Larry King. God bless.
King,
Larry.
Henny Youngman too. Henny Youngman.
Gosh, Doc G.
I know, amazed.
Yeah.
I'm amazed.
Born too late.
Yeah.
Born too late.
I mean,
Continue.
it's like even Henny Youngman. He used to sit me down. I would never forget because I would see him. I would run into him at the Greyhound bus station, and he would sit me down at the counter at the restaurant and start telling me jokes.
I used to hang out with the Four Tops when I was in my 20s.
Oh, cool.
So that was pretty cool, right?
That's cool. I didn't know that.
So you know how to do this.
Yes.
Levi
know how to do all
is
this.
The best. Levi's
That's
the
right,
best.
baby.
He was the best.
So, Doc G, you've been quiet.
Yeah.
I know you want to ask them stuff, whatever. Take the mic a little bit. Talk to
ahead.
Joe first. Talk to
Yeah,
Joe first.
yeah.
'Cause he was still talking, and then we'll talk to Terry. Go ahead.
Oh, Joe. In creating the music, is there any songs that you would have wanted to do, or you had to leave off the albums? Because I know you guys did Cupid, right?
Cupid, Cupid was one of
Cupid.
yeah.
That was a.
I wasn't on that.
It wasn't on the album, but but
like
the
a
new
medley.
album that we're doing now,
It was like a medley.
that might be a thought to put on the second album.
Oh,
But we
Very
did it.
well.
But we did it. We did
there you
it.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we did it. We do that in a medley.
yeah. We do.
But is there any songs that you would have wanted to put on an album that you didn't back then, as you were writing them? Because I know you get a lot of songs and you throw them away and you're like,
Sure.
nah, it's not no good. But then you think about it years later. Wait a
Right.
minute, that could have
Oh,
been a great song.
Yeah. That's like I Want You Back. It's-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
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 Wow. There's a song. Wow. There's a couple songs.
Don't throw them away.
Don't throw them away. Yeah,
I mean,
I'm so
no,
glad I'm
it's-
inspired to have. Yeah,
It's about timing, right?
It's about time, yeah.
and it's about you making the groove.
sure.
You know, and that groove may not be popular back then, but now it is.
But now it is.
There you
Thanks
go.
to
It is,
Bruno
right.
Mars.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
this.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
thanks to Bruno Mars. I mean,
Right.
So I
Perfect
still
example.
do drive for Lyft, which is really cool because I get a chance to listen to all the different kids, and the first thing they want me to put on is "Where you at? What you doing?" You know the Bruno song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave the door open. I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave the door
Yeah.
open. So you know, it's amazing. What's amazing is that all the songs that I used to write then, when I hear these keys, certain songs come up and I hear the keys and I'm like, man, that sounds like something I wrote. But you know, music is only what 83 keys, something like that. 80.
You
keys.
can't ask me. Listen,
Yeah.
all I know is this.
Yeah.
That sounds really amazing,
Yeah.
or it's not so good.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah,
okay?
well, you know, most of the times, you know, when you sit down, like we have other material that we're doing now too, you know, like Jacuzzi Lover.
Yes.
It's another song that we're doing, and forget about the ballads. I mean, there's stuff that you know, even for myself, and I'm my own worst critic. You know what
Well,
I'm
usually the artist is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you know, and being a musician and being a vocalist and you know doing arrangements and stuff like that, you hear stuff. One of our musical directors, Mike Collada, he's done some nice arrangements.
Oh yeah,
for
Mike
us.
is great.
He's really fantastic. You know, and hopefully we'll have him on some of our shows.
Yeah.
You know, and
You know
no-
what? I just thought of a song that usually like songs are personal. So some of the ballads, like you were just speaking of,
Right.
you sort of feel, man, like there was this. My wife's not listening, but anyhow, years ago, I called myself in love with this young lady that was studying law at Fordham Law.
I'll slap him
Oh,
for his wife.
man.
There you go. No worries.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead.
So
It's like a me and Mrs. Jones type of thing.
yeah, exactly. So I was like, man, I got the melody. If I could only be your friend,
Yeah.
even if there is no romance, still there will always be a chance for love. That was the
That's
melody.
good, man.
But it's like, man,
That's good.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Every time I hear that song, there's a part of me.
Right.
There's a whole part of me that's like, man, it takes me back.
Yeah. Well,
So-
that's,
So maybe it's time to put it out there. You know, as you
There
get
you go.
older.
That's-
As you
that's-
get older,
know
it's
what?
Yeah.
So wait, I have a question for both of you.
Yeah.
You want to give us a little something, something live? Just a little something, something.
I don't know. Go for it.
Do it.
I'll let you.
Which one?
I'll tell you what I like that you do.
What's that?
There's so many, but
Right.
Under the Boardwalk.
Oh, please.
Under the
Oh,
Board.
please.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, when the sun beats down and burns a tar up on the roof, and your shoes get so hot, you wish your tired feet were fireproof. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, on a blanket with my baby is where I'll be. Everybody help me sing this song if you're listening.
Under the boardwalk,
Out on the sun,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be having some fun.
under the boardwalk,
People walking above,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be falling in love.
under the boardwalk, boardwalk, yeah.
Okay, so we just sang.
I can't
Under the
believe it.
Boardwalk
You guys,
with
I
them.
can't believe it.
Okay, with the Drifters.
we
yes.
just,
Oh my God.
we got 2 new drifters and drifters.
Oh, wow.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Okay, so I
Now
gotta
you can be a driftette.
I got to take a deep breath. Oh, wow.
I can't believe it.
Thank you.
I can't believe it.
Thank you. You guys are incredible.
But what I also wanted to say was, I was just in, well, Joe couldn't be there, but we have to go back in. We're laying another track, which was one of my go-to artists, and he did a song.
Okay, can you name
Call.
them or no?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. I thought it
He
was
is
a
now
secret.
no longer with us.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Freddie Scott.
Oh, okay, Freddie.
Hey, girl.
Yes.
Hey, girl, I want you to know.
Do it.
I'm gonna miss you so much if you go. That's enough because I'm gonna cry. Okay?
Yeah, I know. I can hear that.
you.
I can hear that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
No,
you.
but
Yeah.
we're,
Freddie
Boys,
Scott, what a-
thank you,
wow.
man.
that's going to be
Yeah.
that's a part of the album, which John Martinelli, he was Freddie Scott's partner, and he actually, the track that I'm on now was the track that John Martelli did for him before he died, but he never got a chance to do it. Okay. So when John heard me, and I would tell him that, besides Jerry Butler, Freddie
Butler,
Scott,
baby, come on.
Freddie
Wow.
Scott
Yeah.
was my other go-to guy.
Wow. What a great guy.
So why don't we give him another treat, another track?
Yeah, which one we got?
We have.
Well, how about doing
Which
the
one?
My Driver? Is that on there?
Yeah, I'm your driver. It's good.
I'm Your Driver. Is
You
that?
sent
that
it.
one? Yeah, I sent that.
I'm not sure. You sent me 3, so
Yeah, it should be on
Well,
there.
I'm your driver.
It's on there.
I'm
Yeah,
Your Driver,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm Your Driver.
I'm your driver. Hopefully we have it. I gave him all 3. You gave me.
Right. We could do Jacuzzi last. I want. I'm Your Driver first.
Okay.
Because I'm in love with I'm Your Driver.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not my show, but give it up for Jerry. She's so
Yes,
wonderful.
yes,
So
yes,
wonderful.
yes.
You guys,
I mean,
forget it.
she
You're gonna make
really
me
is.
cry.
Yes.
You should feel like a queen. It really
Listen,
did.
I feel like a queen.
This is
today.
royalty here.
But
Are
you
you
are.
kidding me?
This
We
is your
sang
show.
with the Drifters.
I know
That's
this
all
is
I know.
royalty. This is amazing.
Okay. Whoop, whoop. Under the boardwalk, no less.
Oh yes.
Oh, you
Yes.
did it. Y'all did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that.
And I had a question, guys. When you come back,
Well, ask now.
no, that's what I'm asking.
Oh.
When you come back, you can think about it. When people come up to you during the end of the show and they say, "Oh my God, that brought back so many memories," or, we kissed to your song, or
Right.
what's that make you feel like?
Who?
After the song.
Yeah, after
you'll
the song,
tell
you
us.
think about
Okay.
it. And come up with some stories.
Great question. Oh my gosh.
Sure.
I've been driving for several years, and many a passengers in New York City. I've seen a lot of changes to the streets. Many stores have come and gone. There's no more cash tolls for bridges and tunnels. But one thing remains the same, and that is most everyone loves your music. Classic, rock, hip hop, Motown, reggae, merengue, bachata, calypso, jazz house, trap, country, and so much more. So I decided to write this song for drivers and riders all over the world. I'm your driver. Where do you wanna go? You're a rider. When you're ready, let me know. So you know I had to write a song that would be all inclusive, 'cause everybody takes a ride and they love the music. And I can only imagine drivers from all walks of life playing my song all over the world. I'm your driver. Where do you wanna go? You're a rider. When you're ready, let me know. How many people did I pick up today? Did I miss you when I was on my way? You used to cost a dime to give me a call. I do what it takes just to catch me, y'all. It's worth every penny that you have to spend. Come take a ride with me, my friend. You visit places that you've never been. You wish this ride would never end. First, put your seatbelt on. You might even want to charge your phone. Feel free to put your iPod on. Send a text or email on your phone. Everybody loves the music. But if you like the music, then that's all. I like the music. I just want you to sing along. I like the music. 'Cause I'm your driver. Don't you know that wherever you wanna go, I will take you. You're a rider. You're a rider. Just let me know, yeah. I can see you working hard each and every day, but then sometimes you just gotta get away. Take a ride, take a train, take a plane to UK. And when you want some sun, get out to LA. Relax your mind and relieve the stress. While let's settle for the best. Visit places that you've never been. You wish this ride would never end. First, put your seatbelt on. You might even wanna charge your phone. Feel free to put your iPod on. Send a text or email on your phone. I know that if you like the music that's playing, I just want you to sing along. I like the music. Sing along. I'm your driver. Everybody sing along. Where do you wanna go? You're a rider. You're a rider. Yeah. Oh, let me know. I'm your driver. You're a rider. Thousands of passengers in New York City.
Wow.
Amazing.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Joe.
Oh, thank you. Oh man, wow, that gives you goosebumps when you hear
When you hear yourself
when you hear
sing?
some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We want to hear about this song from Joe, but before we do, I'm a little bit of a comedian too. So guys, what you don't know is this. He said it earlier, he got Driver of the Year, right?
Yes, Lyft
Right.
driver.
Lyft Driver of the Year. They got lost coming to Hamilton Radio. Just
He got
saying.
it. That's
Okay?
only because I was driving.
Just saying. Why'd you have to ruin my joke, man? Why'd you have to ruin my joke, okay? Come on.
You still got a chance.
Listen. But he was in the seat with you, okay? Listen, you ruined my joke, man.
But he was. But see, here's the thing. He was a backseat driver.
Oh, so
I
he
was
did
the
get
backseat.
lost.
Yeah, well, sometimes
There
when
you
you're
go.
the backseat driver,
It's a little different.
yeah, you know, I was like,
You know I had to say that, baby.
Yeah.
But listen, now it's all kidding aside. I had to do it. But all kidding aside, first of all, everyone and anyone today could relate to that song.
Yes.
So tell us. It was amazing.
It's a
Tell
great
us
song.
about it.
Great song, guys.
I'm so glad you guys like that. It's
Yes.
picking up steam, right, Terry?
is
It's
picking
got
up
like
steam.
close to 54,000 streams since
crazy.
last April. And during the pandemic, I was like, wow, I should release this song. But I went back and I said, in there we're talking about we have more in common than our differences. And I was like, wow, everybody takes a ride and everybody loves their music. So, you know, just to be symbolic
That's
of,
really
of-
cool, yeah.
yeah. So I was like,
Right.
you know, let me try to tie this all together. And then I said, wow. And then I'm your driver, because like when my family comes up from North Carolina and everywhere, they always look for me to drive.
go.
I just happen to have two celebrities, I would say celebrities in my family. So they, you know, that was, but anyhow, it's like when they come up, so one of my cousins, and I won't mention his name, but he's a
Why?
big actor, unless, if it's okay.
Yes,
Is it
please,
okay?
please,
All right.
Are you
please.
kidding
So,
me?
Joe, talk
Please.
about it.
So,
Talk
so
about it.
anyhow,
him
man,
props.
I love freedom of press. So anyhow, so my cousin's Brian Tyree Henry, who is from the show Atlanta,
Oh, okay.
and he's been nominated for 2 Emmys, a Tony, and an Oscar, and it's probably more, but I haven't kept up with it. And he's one of Disney's Eternals, so he's one of the characters in Disney, and he's done just a ton of pictures. He was in the Joker. He was
out.
in Widows.
Yes.
He was nominated for an Emmy on This Is Us. He did a special appearance. And my other cousin, let's go to my other cousin. So these are both second cousins. My other cousin used to play for the Seattle Seahawks.
Wait, the
And,
Seattle Seahawks.
yes, yes.
Wait. When? There's a reason I'm asking.
With Russell Wilson. He won 1 Super Bowl with the Russell Wilson. And then he played the next year they went to the Super Bowl. And he's the one that made that amazing catch at the end of the game
no.
against the Seattle,
Really?
against the Patriots.
Yeah.
So Jermaine Curse.
Well, wait a minute. My daughter's brother, Steven Shimko,
This
was
is
an
crazy.
assistant
This is
coach
crazy.
of the
This is
Seattle
crazy. This is
Seahawks.
freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Freaking crazy.
Wow.
Who knew?
Who knew?
I mean, imagine me caring about the Seattle Seahawks, right? You were probably saying, what the heck is this lady even caring about this for? That's so cool.
That's so cool.
So continue.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, sometimes I just like stop myself because when I'm driving, folks, you know, I'll bring up something like you just said, and there's just a small world because everybody sort of knows everybody.
Right.
And, but it was so cool. I envisioned him playing for the New York Jets. And I was like, because when the Seahawks visited New York, at that time, it was so cool. They gave out, what's his name? I'm sorry. Shame on me. I'm so excited. I forgot. Pete Carroll came out, and all the coaches came out, and Jermaine had a slight headache at the time, but they had little boxes of Popeye's chicken. So I was like, man, look at there. But how cool is it? I got a chance to meet. Well, he wasn't coaching the Jets then, but I got a chance to meet. So Jermaine came over to the Jets the following year after I just thought it, and I just screwed up and just said, "Hey, man, why don't you come over to the Jets?" And the next year he's at the Jets, and then I got a chance to drive for Rex Ryan. Oh, my story goes off. because
You
it's
manifested a lot. You
So-
really did.
so Rex
you made
Ryan,
this
what
stuff
a cool
happen.
guy.
You really
Yeah.
did.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so,
So-
That's amazing.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, this is the coolest show.
It is. It's
okay, this is so
unbelievable.
cool.
Well, thank you.
Right.
You know, I got to interview 2 other drifters, right?
Right.
I got to interview Rick Shepard and I got to interview Bobby Hendricks.
Bobby Hendricks.
And I got to give a shout out to Ken Brady from the original Casinos. Then you can tell me goodbye, guys. Because Ken Brady is like family to me now. And he was the one who got me Bobby, and Bobby's
Okay,
wife and Ken
okay.
Oh, cool.
were part of the conversation to
Right,
help out with it. It
right.
was amazing. So I just love what's happening here today with the Drifters. I mean, I'm on cloud 9, okay? I'm just on cloud 9.
Well, you know, let it be said that, I mean, you know, I really got to thank Charlie Thomas.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
talk
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Yes, Charlie
You know,
Thomas. I love him.
Charlie brought me in here, and been with him. And actually, whether you look at it or not, I'm still a drifter.
That's right.
Even though Charlie is down right now, but he's not out.
That's right.
And
God bless you, Charlie.
so that's why most of the time now, when I start doing gigs and stuff, I'm gonna put something aside for
Something a
him.
little bit.
Yes,
throw
always.
something. This is what we plan on doing.
Always.
Throwing
You
something
know.
back.
Nice.
It's
Just wanna
always
give
good to
something
do.
back to him. because I spent almost 45 years with him, and my last shows with him was in 2019 before the pandemic, and this was in June of 2019. We were in Las Cruces, and then we were in Port Jefferson, Long Island, doing shows, and because every time he would call me and he says, "Look, man, I need you," and so I was always there, and that's because I've been on the albums with him. We were family, and his son is my nephew.
That's
Happy,
right.
That's
so right.
Happy is he's doing well with the hip hop thing. So
Okay. Well, listen, interviews, guys. Listen to me. Both your family members, I'd love to interview. I'd love to interview your nephew. I'd love to, and again, the Driftettes, we're doing it.
Right.
So we got to do this.
We got to do this.
Oh,
We got to
yes.
do this,
Oh,
guys.
yes.
Gotta do this.
Oh, yes.
So Doc G asked you guys a question. Everybody's getting up there, even me, and I'm forgetting things. I forgot the question.
Right.
If Doc G remembered the question and you guys remembered it,
I'll remember.
do you know how to answer it?
Yeah, you guys, before the song it went on, I asked, how do you feel when people come up to you after they hear your music and it ignites something in them for memories, as far as when they're kissing or when they're married or something
Or
like
broke
that.
up or something.
How do you feel when they come up? That's got to really make you feel good.
Well, yeah,
Because the memories.
I've had, back in, what was it, 84, I had this little kid. No, actually, it was earlier than that. But he walked up to me, and he says, and his mom and his dad or whoever, there was a bunch of people with him, and he says to his parents, "Do you know who that is?" So I looked at him and
That's
said,
amazing.
I said, "Wait a minute, how do you know who I am?"
How old?
He couldn't have been no more than, I guess, 11, 12.
It's beautiful.
It's
All right.
amazing.
So he goes to me, and young man, if you're listening, anyway, he goes, "That's Terry King.
Wow.
He's one of the And so his dad asked him, "How did you know?" He said, "Have you been watching the Slits Malt Liquor Bowl commercial?"
Great.
Speaking of that's
That's how
amazing,
advertising works,
'cause
yeah.
Yeah, but that's how it
Small-
works.
Small-
That's beautiful. But then
Small
I'm
Liquor
saying to
Deal,
myself,
he did that commercial.
Well, you know why? Because he watches football. That going
Right.
and they were showing it, airing it
crazy.
during. So you see me automatically, and he knows the last line. He goes, "My lion for a bull," and he was like, "That's him right there."
My line for
So this could be really good or really bad that this 12-year-old knew the alcohol commercial so well.
Well, that's only because at the time they were the football season of Slits and all the other whoever
sure.
Pepsi or whatever.
Sure.
They had this commercial in there.
How did it make you feel?
It made me feel great because I was surprised because he should have known who Sky was.
That's right. How does this stuff make you feel?
Well, I tell you, there's so many memories, and it all boils down to the same thing. It's almost like there's like a little tear in my eye,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and it just just makes me feel like, wow, if that's how it makes this person feel, I've got to do this the rest of my life.
Right.
Because so many different weddings and events that we've been at, people will come up and they'll say, I've never seen my grandma dance.
Yeah.
And some, we've had people to where they rolled up in their wheelchair.
Oh,
Yes.
my God.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It just
Oh, yeah.
it brings
Oh, yeah.
tears to your
Yeah.
eyes
Yeah,
to
yeah,
see
it does.
that.
Yeah,
So
it
it's
does to
like
see
it's like you have to really thank God for the gift, and we're supposed to share that gift. I believe everybody was created to share that gift. That's why I love your
Yes.
book so much.
Yeah.
Go ahead, talk.
And it's just
You're gonna
we're
pass it
supposed
from
to
me, right?
short.
Right.
We're supposed to share this gift.
Yes.
And when we share it, we all feel as one. We're
But-
all as one.
That's why I want to say that back, Jerry, I don't know whether you know that back years ago in '99, I had a very bad accident.
I know.
And right now I have a titanium cage in my neck.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
And as I was being rolled into the recovery room, this nurse, came in, and I'm in, and all I'm doing is looking at the ceiling. And there's a bright side of this, there's a funny side, and there's another side that's very inspirational for everybody, and for non-believers.
Yes.
But I'm going to tell you, I believe.
Me too.
Because,
I believe too.
Because when I was being rolled into that operating room, into the recovery room, I looked up at the ceiling, and the nurse looked at me, and I said, well, looks like I made it. Because I'm looking at a white ceiling. So
you were thinking, okay.
You got me on that one.
So hold it. So it always used to be said. It was always said that angels don't necessarily have to have wings. So she says to me, Mr. King, how are you feeling? I said, well, I'm thirsty and I'm hungry. And then it dawned on me, well, I didn't make it because I'm hungry and I'm thirsty.
You're not supposed to.
Hold it.
Exactly.
So she rolls me in. She says, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get you some ice because I have stitches here. So she walks away. True story. My peripheral is very good. And I look over to the left and I see this glowing light.
No.
Wow.
Were you nervous or happy?
Wow.
Hold on. I had a warmth over my body.
Wow.
And the voice from that said, son, I'm not through with you yet.
Oh, beautiful. Man. Beautiful.
Amen.
God bless you.
This was right before World Trade Center, June 7th, 2001.
Wow.
I was in the operating room at Mount Sinai Hospital.
Wow.
The longest operation anybody should ever have to endure. I went in at 7:30 in the morning. I didn't get out until 6:30.
Wow.
And I'm lucky to be alive because it was C3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 crushed. I was a hairline to a broken neck.
Oh, my God.
So wait, I want to say something real quick, and then you can finish. You're not lucky to be alive because you got the word.
Blessed.
You got the word from him,
Amen.
right up there from God himself, right?
Amen.
He wasn't
Amen.
ready. He wasn't ready.
No, it wasn't my turn.
Amen.
And so it's saying that, I'm saying that if you truly want to believe, it doesn't have to take something very where you get hurt and where you can't walk again or where you think you're never going to walk again.
Right.
But when I collapsed and my daughters and everybody was just like upset that I fell out and nobody knew why. I didn't even know why.
Wow.
But half my body shut down and I hit the floor.
Oh, wow.
And I was mixing for Natima, my youngest daughter. You haven't heard her sing yet. Oh, God. And she's a beautiful singer. You should hear her do Etta James at last.
Oh, my God.
Forget about it. And so I'm saying, and here I am. They said I was mixing a song for her, and I'm just barely missed my mixing board. They said if I would have hit it, I would have been dead before I hit the floor.
Wow. Oh, my God.
So that was the master.
C2, yes. Either he pushed the table away or moved me back.
Yeah.
So again, I'm saying, if you don't believe,
Yes.
believe.
Well, Terry, after the show when we talk, I'll tell you 2 angel stories that are going to blow your minds.
Oh, wow.
2 angel stories.
Okay.
One was a black gentleman in a security outfit, and I will see him in heaven.
Amen.
I will see him in heaven.
Amen.
You said utilizing your gifts and talents. I have a poem in my
Yeah,
book.
look at that.
Guys, this was not planned.
No,
This
it was
was
not.
not planned. I'm going to read
amazing.
my poem, Utilizing Gifts and Talents. I'm in
Okay.
shock right now.
Okay.
We are born with talents. We are born with drive, with different gifts to help us thrive. I knew early on I was born to draw and paint, to also write poetry and to talk without restraint. Our gifts and talents should all be used, God's gift to us, not be abused. We can go far in life for sure using our gifts to go on tour, like you guys. All our talents should be used to create ourselves and more. Then our job's to share them, to even up the score. You see, in life, what's needed is not just for ourselves. Once our gifts are mastered, take them off the shelves. A living we can make by spreading them around, not just for the money, but to spread a peaceful sound. Don't take for granted the gifts you're given. Go out and spread the joy. Our gifts are not to be held back for us to self-destroy. Put your efforts forth. Do not hesitate. All your talents, my friend, are never second rate. Never hold them back or you will surely die. Maybe not in body, but your soul will cry. Our gifts were made to share, our talents made to soar. Go through life enlightened, and then you can roar. Be proud of who you are. Be happy you're alive. Once again, my friend, your gifts will help you thrive. By putting efforts forth, not keeping them at bay, your name will live forever, forever and a day. Go through life excited for what you sure can give to yourself and others is our reason to live. Our grave will be quite lonely, but our legacy lives on. Make sure people smile with the breaking dawn. And that's what you guys are doing too.
Wow.
Right?
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you
so much. And
That was not
this is
planned.
unbelievable. This is not
No,
planned. That's
no,
what
it
I was
was
just
not
going to
Said
say.
that.
That's just, wow.
Right.
Okay.
And you know,
That's so beautiful.
And saying that,
Thank you.
Wow.
I also remember that
Wow.
and everybody should always remember that. And I asked the question one time. I said, you know, and then I was told in this way that how you're remembered is how you treat people
Thank you.
in this world.
Thank you. God bless you.
And so instead of your name, and such as like what I'm doing and Joe is doing with me, we sing. So we leave a message.
That's right.
You know, it's like we're kind of sort of like Pied Pipers in a way, because people listen to our music.
Right.
And whether they're old, young, in between, whatever, you know, and it doesn't matter what color or anything.
Right.
But I do know that when I leave here,
That's right.
my voice will still be here.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, it doesn't matter what color, black or white, but
Right.
if you're purple, see a doctor, please.
I like that.
That's the artist.
Oh,
in
that's
me.
that's pretty
Listen,
cool.
that's the
Yeah.
artist.
Do
in
you
me.
remember that
good.
song? Do you remember that song, Purple People Eater?
Shep Woolley, right? Yeah, Shep Woolley, yeah.
But you know,
So wonderfully.
it's wonderful to like, even like, so saying with like, let's say with Joe's song. So that's why we did this other song that I have called.
And we have a
Jacuzzi
third
Lover.
one. We have a
Yes.
third one we're gonna
Yes,
play as well.
Jacuzzi Lover.
Okay.
And so it has the feel of the island of freedom of you know, being free.
Yes.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And originally, when I wrote this song, it was for a Benihana commercial.
Tell us, please. He's going to tell us about the song before we play it, okay? Come on.
Okay, so I was asked to do to write a commercial for Benihana. So I go in. I'm in the studio. In fact, Herb Lane, he was saying, and I think we did this in like maybe a half an hour, but then I had to redo it because you know I got the Driftettes and Connie Harvey, and so I'm in the studio. So they said, "How did you come up with this song?" I said, "Well, I was asked to do, and when you hear the music, it's going to blow you away. Then you'll understand why it's like that." So Benihana, you know, is a Japanese restaurant.
Right.
Yeah.
So it has all the cowbells, the wood block, tick 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 tunk tunk tunk. You know, like the geisha thing,
Right.
you know, happening. and
Yeah,
all
the
of that stuff,
Asian
you know.
East
I
Coast.
wasn't sure why, but go ahead.
Right. So I changed the title from Benihana.
Wow, that's what it was originally.
That's what it was
All right,
originally.
to what? Tell everyone.
To Jacuzzi Lover.
So when I heard it, in the very beginning, I said, they sent me the wrong song. Honest to God, listen. So I stopped playing it, and I checked the other ones out. Then I said, all right, Jared, just go back. And I listened to it, and I said, I don't understand that. Okay, so now I get it. It's incredible. Now it's funny and it makes sense. Okay.
And besides that, I was also thinking about when I finished it, I said, well, you know what? I was with the Drifters and did did Under the Boardwalk and sanded my shoes and stuff like that.
So cool.
And so for the new age, the modern age, I thought about jacuzzis.
That's so cool.
I said, so
Yeah.
we got the new millennium and stuff like that. So I said, you know what? This is Terry King's Drifters and the Driftettes' other new song. So
All right, Ruben, let's have the track.
let's have the track.
Okay.
Wow. What a
That's-
story.
You guys are hysterical. You're
Oh,
cracking
man.
me up.
I was standing by the poolside. You were making strangers at me. Sweat was rolling down my brow. Hoping I would see you tonight, girl. For a friction rub of affection. Ladies blast those hot over me. You hypnotize my soul with desire. With a sweet, sweet, sweet
Turn our mics on, baby. I said amazing, amazing, amazing.
We're finding
amazing.
out more about them every couple minutes
So
we talk to
guys,
them.
we have a few more minutes left.
Oh my God.
So this is what I would like to do.
Crazy.
I would like to say my thank yous. Doc G will say his, but then I want you guys to say whatever you left out that you want everyone to know, okay? I want to thank you, first and foremost, for not only giving me this incredible interview, but for coming live in studio. And I even tried to get you to get out of it because I felt so bad about the drive, and you insisted, and I am so happy you guys are here, okay? You don't know what you did for me today. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, everybody, yes, I sang with the Drifters under the boardwalk. Just saying.
I want to say this.
Okay.
You know, first, thank you. But my whole belief is in intimacy.
Human connection.
The human connection.
Me too.
Yeah.
That Zoom thing and all of that
I
stuff.
agree.
You know, it's so great.
It's
you know,
good for
to-
if
to
people
do
live
this.
really far away, and I've gotten,
Yes,
you
and,
know,
and for me and Joe, you know, we said, hey, we got to do this.
this is so cool.
Yeah, or he just said, hey, Jacuzzi Lover, hey. Well, my son did a remix. Thank you, Junior. I love you.
Junior's texting you that.
Yes, Junior, yeah.
we love you. I want to interview you.
Yeah, Kanos, our son, she's going to interview you. So if you hear this, get ready to tell her what you're doing and everything in the music industry. And also, he's been not only is he my engineer, I mean, he's the master engineer, but Joelina, who you heard,
Yes.
So talented.
she's also, I'm proud of him. And then Susie, who you haven't heard from yet, she's got a new song dropping tomorrow.
Okay.
And she said that she would get in touch, and she was
Yay.
going to, yeah. So, again, I want to thank my son Carlos for doing the mix on this too.
So cool.
Love you, son. But you know, people always say sometimes that, you know, they make statements, and sometimes they're hurtful. You know, and when I've always been told, if you can't say something good, don't say nothing at all.
I agree.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
It goes without saying. You know, if you got to badger someone or belittle someone, you know, you can't do that. You know, hating people is a terrible thing. Yeah, there's some people that you might want to. The word hate is so strong. You know, and you just can't do that. You in any walk of life. Right. You know, I'm a people person. I love people.
Me too. When you guys came, what'd I say? Oh no, I want hugs.
That's right.
And the other thing I love is the fact that, you know, people sometimes your own family isn't your family.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes Sometimes you have to make your own family.
You're preaching to the choir.
You know what I mean? And it happens not only in my life and everybody's life, but you know what? This whole world is my family.
That's it.
I don't care what color you are.
Again, except for purple.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go back to that song on you again.
Yeah.
But
Man.
you know, no. The thing of it is that you know, in fact, I got another granddaughter and a son that when you're gonna hear from them.
Okay, yay.
Alhama, she's a rap artist, and so there's so many people in my family. Forgive me if I don't mention everybody, because there's so many of them, and then you know I have a lot of them that are doing very well, you know, in this business. And in some areas of business now, like Nicole, we haven't heard from Nicole either, my niece.
Nicole.
Yeah, she's in fact, she's on the show that you've seen. So, I mean, I have a big family. And then when Connie is able to come up, she's one of our other Driftettes. So when she comes up, you'll get to meet her. In fact, she's with a group called First Choice.
That's beautiful.
Armed and Extremely Dangerous.
Beautiful.
You know, so you'll be meeting Connie.
Okay, good.
You know, and yeah, Connie, she's, you're talking about, you've heard her in some of the background vocals. So, yeah, that's, Jacuzzi was one of her favorites.
Amazing.
Yeah, yeah. But we got ballads that really, oh God, so many songs. And again, I want to express again, I always want to say hello to Rick because Rick Shepard's my man.
Rick Shepard, baby.
Hey, what's up, Rick?
Yeah, I wanted to do a shout out for Rick. Love Rick. Rick said what he heard from what he heard, and he was like, "We have a smash."
Yeah,
we have a smash, and thank you again, Rick. Thank you so much.
Love you, Rick Shepard.
Yeah.
Well, Terry, thank you. I love you. I'm going to still say more thank yous, and Doc G will. Why don't you say what you'd like to say to your friends?
First of all, hello, friends. Hey, everybody. Yeah, it's me. Yeah. So anyhow, thank you so much for having us.
Oh, forget it.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
So much for having us.
Yes,
I mean,
thank you.
really, you don't make this stuff up. I believe in the law of attraction, and
we do too.
You
Yes.
know, it's bringing people together. You know, and I've always wondered because people always ask me, man, Joe, I've been in New York 30, 40 years, man. I've never ran into Derek Jeter, man. You got pictures with everybody. I mean, Engelbert Humperdinck. I mean, all these people that I have pictures with, it's just amazing. So a few years ago, maybe 7 years ago, people said, Joey, man, you should put your stuff, your pictures and your things on Instagram. Well, at the time it was Twitter. Put your stuff on Twitter. And so I started just building the following. Now I've got 14K followers on Twitter and 9,600 on Instagram. And I never thought that was going to be the way of how things are done now. So when Terry called me up, I was like, man, this is really a way to really push Terry out there and then what he's doing, because he's a legend. And
Thank you,
so
Joe.
I'm really really excited about that. And
You're a legend too.
Yeah, thank you, man. But this is really crazy how you and I ran it together. I was a private chauffeur for one family for 14 years in the city.
This is a funny
And
story.
and Terry was also a private chauffeur.
No kidding.
Right down
I
the
was.
street, down the street from each other.
I was.
Was it you were at 70? Was it
I was
76
at
and Park?
I was at 76. What was it? This is 70. What's that? Yeah, 70.
Yes, yeah, 'cause it runs
76 and Park.
76 and Park, right.
That's where I was at.
And
Yeah.
so my family was at the time was between 78th and 77th on Fifth Avenue, and it's just amazing that we pulled up. I mean, so anyhow, I recommended Terry for a job.
Yeah,
because
that's-
during
that was
the summer I was pretty much off, and I had some gigs coming up. I forget, we had to fly out or something. So I recommended Terry for a job to drive out to the Hamptons. He's like, man, of course, and they loved him. I thought I was going to lose my job because he took over. So I usually tell people, don't recommend. If you don't want to lose your job, don't recommend
Someone great.
Exactly. So what's funny is that there's this one person. That's why I call myself I'm your driver. So I want to do the video and hopefully
That'd be so
but
cool.
one of the ideas I have in mind, and I'm going to end with this, is that they'll see us on stage, and the young ladies will come in, and when the part comes in and it says, I'm your driver. Where do you want to go?
Yep.
They'll be pointing. The lady said, that's my driver. The other one said, no, that's my driver.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, I just have ideas that
That's
comes
great.
and,
And
thank
that-
you so much, though.
That's what again, Joe. That's why I want to say that, and I'm glad you brought that up, because the gentleman that I drove for, the family I drove for, his dad was in the computer, but he did strip malls all across the United States,
Okay.
and he gave me my own record company.
Beautiful.
And I want to say, Mr. Haskell, thank you.
Oh,
Again, I miss him. He's around. I just haven't been in touch with him. But
Right.
maybe he'll hear this. So, Yes, great family, and that's why I want to thank Joe
Well,
for saying that.
Sorry about that. I thought I was finished, but I had to get
Go
this
ahead.
in now. Now that you
You
mentioned
finish,
that,
and then
so
we'll give the
thank
mic
you
to
so much.
Dr.
Thank you so much, Rothenberg family.
There you go.
You guys, and also Martin Kimmel, who passed a few years ago, but Kimco Realty,
Beautiful.
all over NYU. Their names are plastered. Helen and Martin Kimmel.
My
I
brother.
had a chance to
My
drive
brother
them.
has his accounts at NYU. He's the painting company there.
Wonderful.
Beautiful.
So Mr. Kimmel taught me how to drive in the city. He's like, Joe, you got to take 3rd Avenue or 1st Avenue because the lights, you'll go all the way to 124th Street. You turn, you'll be on the Triborough Bridge at the time, and then take you right to LaGuardia.
That's right.
And so I just want to give kudos to all those who have helped me, along the way.
Beautiful. Doc G.
Oh my God!
Closing words?
I just listen. I have tremendous gratitude not only for Geri but you two guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I love
Oh
the
my
fact, and I got to end this way. I love the fact how you have gratitude for others that helped you.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
that's what we're big on. We're
Yeah.
big on. That's why I wrote a song called Bonfire. I want you to hear it sometime. But
Sure.
Bonfire is about the burning desire in everybody, but helping each other get to that point where you want to get.
Yes.
And that's why I created this radio station for all the local independent artists to get their music out there, just like your granddaughters and other people.
Right, right.
So my premise has always been help each other and make it happen for each other.
Yes.
But
right.
you guys, I mean, it's been amazing. And all I could say is, listen, I was so enthralled to be here because Geri asked me. But I would ask you one favor before you leave.
Yep.
Can you do a liner for the station and her show? Just basically say who you are, from the Drifters, and anything else you want to say. And you're listening to the Geri Petito Show on Hamilton Radio. And that's all I ask. Thank you so much.
Sure.
So
Take
thanks
the
for
mic,
being here.
boys.
Yes,
because
I
you're
will.
right. The personal connection made it so much better than Zoom.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Amazing.
So much better. Thank you.
Take it away.
You're
boys.
welcome.
Mess around at
Thank
the
you,
mics.
guys.
Come on.
All right, I'm Joe Mack McClam, as you guys can see up there, and please follow me on Instagram, Lyft Driver of the Year, and it's so wonderful to be here today. And I forgot just that quick how much they wanted me to say, but I'm just grateful to always help people, and that's what we all should do. And that's enough from me.
So give us a promo that you're on the Geri Petito Show on Hamilton Radio.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm on the Geri Petito Show, and my name is Terry King of Terry King's Drifters and the Driftettes,
On Hamilton Radio.
formerly of Charlie Thomas's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Drifters. And I am so happy to be here on her show. So you come and join us, Geri Petito, anytime you want to.
On Hamilton Radio.
On Hamilton Radio.
Thank you.
And
It's so great to be here on Geri Petito Show and Hamilton Radio.
yes.
Love
Thank
it.
you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
you so much.
You're listening to the best right here.
Oh, wow.
Right here. Hamilton Radio with Geri Petito.
Take us out, Ruben. Wow. We are the Drifters, and we were kidnapped by Geri Petito. Yes, they were.
He's always got to throw that in.
I love it. Yes.
Cool, cool.
Yes. But I'll feed you guys.
Kidnap.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh my God.
Geri
I trust
Petito.
that.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do,
Just what to do, just what to do.
if what you're feeling is really true,
Is it really true? Is it really true?
just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.